What's up, guys? Welcome back to another weekly analysis video. This is for October 13 up until October 18. So I'm posting this kind of a day late, and I apologize. I was not home, and I was very, very busy. I was in Vegas, and I just did not have any time to really sit down for a minute and do analysis on the charts and have time to upload, unless I wanted to do it at like 3 or 4 in the morning, which I could have pushed myself to do it, but it's okay. I'm not trying to rush trades, and if I have to skip a week, then I could skip a week. It is what it is. But overall, we have, I believe, 3 pairs I'm going to talk about. 3 decent pairs. Some of them might take a little bit more time than I want to, but it doesn't mean that we could potentially be looking for a reversal trend trade with those pairs as well. So let's jump into the charts, and let me show you what I have. All right, so first up, we have AUDUSD. This is going to be somewhat of a counter trend trade that I'm going to be looking for. We have very clear bullish market structure on the daily, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And we are basically rejecting this lower area of interest that I have marked up, looking to potentially go long here. Actually, this is not a counter trend trade, my mistake. This is kind of a normal trend trade, but we're just waiting for more market structure to break. So right now we can see 4-hour is pretty heavily bearish. We're creating a lot of downward momentum, but we are starting to consolidate, starting to potentially shift structures here. Coming back, we're at another low still. So we're kind of just waiting for a clean breakout to come back and retest this lower time frame area of interest before heading long. It should line up decently well with our lower time frames EMAs as well. 2 hours looking pretty clean. If we do continue to push bullish here, or even sometime a little later on, looks like it might be pretty clean there. 1 hour might be pretty clean too. If it starts to come up as well. The only one is the 4-hour might be used as resistance to kind of push it back down, but I think if we do have a strong 4-hour clean break of structure to the upside, we can see potential strong bullish moves to continue this daily clean market structure push. It's the same thing on the weekly as well, right? We're creating very strong weekly bullish moves. We could even see we're probably a little bit below our 0.6 level. Yeah, a little bit below our 0.618 level, but that's okay. Weekly time frame doesn't really respect obviously the fib sequence super accurately because it's such a large time frame. We mainly see more respect of the fib sequence on the lower time frame, like in the 4-hour and below. So we'll see stuff like this potentially, and kind of some market structure coming up like that, or even if we create some more corners here, right? We come like this, then we can see a nice push and have a potential fib retracement like this to kind of line up with our 0.5 and 0.618 zone at our area of interest. So this is like obviously predicting the market. We're not trying to do that, but we just have to see how market structure develops. I'm only interested in this pair if we break above this lower time frame area of interest. If we're not breaking above this, there's no trade. There's no reason to even look at this pair. So that's AUDUSD. Euro USD, we are looking for potential shorts. All right, we have a very clean double top here. I believe it's on the weekly time frame as well. Yeah, it could be pretty seen here, double top as well. So we're looking for shorts here. The only thing that I want to consider is a counter trend trade, potentially to go long first before looking at shorts. Even though I have this drawn up here, I would like to see some potential retracements like this and then go short where we can potentially catch a long position of a counter trend trade like this. This is something that we can likely see because of this higher time frame area of interest. On the weekly time frame, we have our weekly EMA lining up pretty well. We have this decent area of interest that is a little bit more respected, I believe, on the 4-hour. Some decent highs here, some lows. It's a little choppy, honestly, but the main thing that I like to see is just this clean market structure. We have a nice reverse head and shoulders here, continuing bullish, coming back, retesting the neckline, retesting market structure, retesting this weekly EMA. So hopefully going to see a continued bullish move here. But all of our time frames are pretty bearish, right? And we have a very strong resistance area of interest here, which is why I would look for sells if we do end up reaching this point. But for the current time being, maybe this week look for buys, depending if we see strong 4-hour shifts of structure. But the only thing that I don't like about this one is that we don't have a clean kind of area of interest on the lower time frame that we can mark up to kind of have our bouncing point at, right? Where are we going to break above, come back and retest to go long? We don't have that yet. We don't have anything even similar. Maybe here, but that's just not, it's not clean. That's just gambling. I'm not looking to gamble anymore. I was just in Vegas. I lost a lot of money. But either way, yeah, it's like kind of decent, but it's a little choppy. I feel like the markets have been really weird, especially since the presidential election is going to be coming up very, very soon. So lots of news, wars, and all this stuff is making volatility go pretty crazy. But either way, looking for a potential long position before going short, but not trying to force any trades, of course. And the last pair is USDCAD. USDCAD is the cleanest one simply because we have such a strong bullish move on the daily. The only thing that I dislike about this pair so much is that I think it's going to take a while for it to reach our area of interest, right? Because we're waiting for the retracement now. We are at a high. It could potentially go even higher, but we're waiting for the retracement back into this area of interest, which is clearly a strong area of interest. We have resistance, resistance, support, 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 resistance, resistance. Now hoping to see some support as well. So before going long. We can see it's lining up really well with our fib sequence if it does decide to make a top here. So since this might take a long time, because we see how many days it took to reach this level, right? It took 2 weeks to reach this high here. We might see another week or two just for it to retrace back into the area of interest. What does that mean? We have a potential counter trend trade opportunity. Again, very similar to Euro USD. The only negative is that we don't have any strong area of interest on the lower time frame that we can use as resistance to go down and go down into our area of interest on the higher time frame. So, there really is nothing to mark up here. You have like little ones like these, but these are not strong. These are simple market structure moves that just won't continue on when we do create some more bearish momentum. So we'll just have to see how market structure develops over the next 2-3 days. Honestly, I think this pair will probably be ready for next week. We might only see some potential for a counter trend trade starting next week. We might need 3-4 days of just market structure development just to create a nice area of resistance for price to come break down through and then use it as resistance to come down here before shooting up to the upside again. So it's a lot of market structure that has to be developed. Honestly, it's just really annoying because it's super clean, but it's just going to take so long for it to reach this point. It's like, I don't even know if it's worth risking a trade when we are down here, because if we do place a trade something like this, we have to wait almost an entire week for this trade to play out. And that's not the moves that we try to hit, right? We're not trying to hold a trade for more than 2-3 days at most. So we'll see. We'll see how the market structure develops. Hopefully we could catch a counter trend trade, maybe a nice big bearish candlestick like this one can repeat itself over here, and we can see a nice, bearish candlestick like this, and we have a trade set up like this or something. Try to catch maybe a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, even a 1 to 1.5, just looking for a small counter trend trade win in either the next couple days or starting next week. But no lower time frame area of interest, then we don't have any interest, right? We don't have anything to be looking for. We want a strong area of interest, something similar to this AUDUSD, right? This is a little bit cleaner. We can see it clearly tried to break out, got rejected, break out again, got rejected, break out again, got rejected. Now, if we do have a strong breakout, it's very likely we're going to see it as support to continue long. That's the type of market structure we want to see for counter trend trades, but we just don't have anything like that yet, and we're not trying to force anything. So we might just have to wait this week out, honestly. Very, very slow. All the other pairs that I looked through, some are like okay. Like this one is okay. GBP NZD, we have a nice area of interest here to potentially go long, but it's just, I don't like the market structure because 4-hour might turn bearish if we do end up into this area of interest and break below this point, and then we have to wait for it to turn bullish again. It might take until next week to start this trade up again. So, it's not lining up with our fib sequence even that well. it's only going to be at the 0.5 zone. I'd much rather have the 0.618 zone. So, it's just some things aren't very clean in this market structure. This week is kind of dull, in my opinion. So we'll have to wait potentially for next week. But either way, that is basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Sorry if it's not an interesting video this week. It's kind of slow. The markets are just not giving me opportunities that I want to catch. So we're going to just take it slow and maybe give me some more potential to create other content for you guys. So yeah, hit me up on Instagram if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.